All right, we're combining our goodie drop. Basically, we're putting like the near end of October, November, December added together as one. So we got a lot, you know. This basically what I wanted to do. I want to have a lot to show off, but I didn't mean to have this much stuff shown. And we gotta put it up, organize it. Hopefully, I have everything ready. I do know maybe some of the stuff I got shown before, a few of the stuff, but I don't know. You know, maybe there's a goodie drop I haven't uploaded it to really know. You know, I'll look back at the other one. When it comes to like the books, I have 3 books to show off. So let's just jump into it because there's a lot. You know, Black Friday was a letdown, or should I say the Amazon Prime Day or whatever, Amazon Black Friday that was a letdown. It was the Christmas deals that really was booming, okay? And that dealt with Best Buy to saying, you know what, let's lower these prices, and everybody else to seem to follow. So let's take a look what all I got accumulated. In fact, let's start with the movie so I can get that out the way. Alright. Looky here, looky here. We got some SB here, them Shaw Brothers. We got To Kill a Mastermind. Look at that, look at that. I love these type of covers, man. I just wish the 88 films put all their stuff out into the US and not just do deals with other companies. Let's say Vinegar Syndrome I can somewhat deal with. Arrow I can deal with. But when other companies like Criterion and others get these titles, we get some butt ugly covers. We get Medicure editions. I'm not just happy with that, you know, at all. So I wish 88 would put their fantastic stuff off. In fact, I got like something from Vinegar Syndrome coming by the end of this month, January, and it's a 2 for 1. While the cover isn't all that, still, you know, it's pretty good to have two movies for one. And on top of my yearly subscription I have with them, I get a half off. But I would still prefer the 88 films covers. Alright, another we got here, the shadow boxing. Man, I love these covers. I can't stress this out enough, man. 88 films knocked their covers out the ball pin, bruh. You better place to put it, but my bed is full with stuff. Okay. Then we got the Golden Lotus. This one's a little bit more glossy, but at the same time, it's not going to like take your fingerprints completely off your fingers. Because there's covers out there that just fingerprints galore, magnet to fingerprints. Now, I love getting 88 films, but they're unfortunately due to Amazon overpricing their movies now. But there's some stuff we haven't gotten because it's still at full price of their placement. Eureka, we haven't collected since the Canary, and whenever a deal comes up, it's the same price as it always was. It's not a deal. So, unfortunately, Eureka is neglected. Some of the 88 film stuff we haven't gotten yet, we gotta eventually get. Alright, so we got some Vinegar Syndrome. Howling 2 4K. Man, got this right here. That's something I would expect from maybe Scream Factory to put out, but like say sometimes Vinegar Syndrome gets some good stuff. Sometimes Arrow has some good stuff. The only hard stuff is when multiple versions are on different labels and you just like, oh man, which one do I go with? You know, 88 Films unfortunately does not bring over the 4K stuff, you know, if there's done with another label. And I'm not paying $50 for something, you know, I'm not doing that. So yes, they have 4K editions that work with us, but like I said, they don't bring it over here. So let's put it, like I said, as with just multiple versions, okay? If they're the only ones who got it, then they'll bring it over. Bio Zombie, we finally grabbed off right there. And it's something I always seen this cover. It's like, will they drop the price finally for me to get it? So whenever they have them deals, I'll get it then. It's just those real big names you've got to get on day one, or otherwise it's gonna sell out. not IFC, but not Umbrella. It's another company, Shutter. Vinegar Syndrome stuff with Shutter sells out quickly, and it if it has the slipcover, best believe you ain't getting that slipcover. It'd be nice if they find a label to do it. I think they finally got a label, maybe. But like I said, whenever Vinegar gets it, it sells out quickly. We have an eye for an eye. And like I said, Vinegar Syndrome sometimes have some great covers, sometimes decent covers. But when 88 Films get it, oh, them covers are fantastic. Too bad Criterion just have butt ugly covers all the time. Man, and Shout Factory, if they get something, they love to bundle it together and just have like one single image that's just like, why? Then we have an Eternal Combat. All right, let's go up here. Show some other stuff. Steel books. We love our steel books too. We got Gladiator. This was on sale during the Black Friday / Cyber Monday / Christmas deals. So these were marked down pretty good, under 19 to some $10. So we got Gladiator Steelbook, limited edition Steelbook. I think it's the Walmart edition. Yep, Walmart edition. I finally pulled the trigger on Ghostbusters 1 and 2 Steelbook. This has the better version. I couldn't find the slipcover for the first 4K they put out, which are very lovely. Never found the second movie with it, so I just gave up finally and just finally got the 1 and 2 Steelbook. Another limited edition Steelbook we got. It's the Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook. Had to grab that. And finally, into what we hear, they are doing the Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Somebody has it already. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a studio. Rich Scream would have got it, but I got into an argument with somebody who is basically arguing what I'm saying to him. Like, how do you argue with somebody when you're agreeing with them, but you just want to argue just to argue? Like, don't sit there and say false or not facts or lies, and it's the truth. Scream Factory for years have been trying to get the Nightmare on Elm Street box set, but they even stated they can't do it with the studio. Studio said they're gonna put it out themselves. In fact, it took some time, but they put the first one out on 4K. Anywho's, we got another SB movie of those. We got Kid from let's say Kwang Tung. I maybe said it wrong, but hey. Another 88 Films movie. Love those, love those. Vinegar Syndrome. We got Looking for Mr. Goodbar. We scooped that up. There's some things I left out because I feel I can get at a better deal because it's not going to sell as fast, you know. And then when they do those deals later down the road after a couple months, it's priced cheaper, you know. So sometimes I don't get those movies. We got Sliver. This was the special one right there. And then the other special is The Keep. Finally, they dropped The Keep movie. This many labels been after this, and they were able to get it, and they dropped it. But what I'm hearing is it's not the one edition that people was hoping for. They said they couldn't find that edition. You know, maybe the print is gone for that edition. It's just like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, which was number 4 or 5, where they had a special certain type of edition, and the footage is gone. Nobody knows where it's at or deteriorated or whatever. And its special movie they had for Vinegar was Congo. Amy. I don't know, like some movies I just see and be like, oh man, they really put this out? And then you be like, they really pushing it too? Congo is one of those, you know. I mean, like stuff like Sidekicks or Navy SEALs, you know, the Beastmaster. We definitely scooping those up, but then they drop for the VSUs something like Congo, and you're like, well, I got to get it because I got all the others. I got to get the number, you know. The cinema label they had, we're not getting all those. You know, some good titles, but then some of those are like, nah. And finally, they dropped the price on this one with Dragon Slayer. We went and scooped that up. Steel book. Like I said, sometimes they'll drop prices, and sometimes they'll keep those steel books high priced for unknown reasons. I don't know what's going on with Amazon. Amazon used to be the place to go for cheap stuff, or eventually they'll drop the price before the 3 months so you can get the slip covers. And now they just like everybody else. We get a high price for that. Matilda, we finally got one with the actual oak slip. I returned the other one because I wanted the oak slip, you know. It was cheaper, but at the same time, I gotta have something that's complete, you know. Like OCD just kicks me in the butt when I don't have something that's just something missing out of it. So like we had like a retail store kind of like a Blockbuster, but it was named something else, like Movies or something. They went out of business and they were selling their 4Ks and movies, and we were trying to get the 4Ks. Unfortunately, the scumbag dude sold only the 4K discs, so if it had the digital or the Blu-ray in it, it was missing. If it had a slipcover, you're not getting that slipcover. I had bought a few and I was mad. I was steaming. I went ahead and well, I couldn't get the money back, you know, because they were going out of business. But at the same time, I went ahead and traded those. Plus, it had the little circle sticker in the middle. I hate. Cowboys and Aliens. I think I showed this one off. It just wasn't put up. But we got Cowboys, Aliens 4K. Another movie that's just amazed that it came to 4K before others. But okay. How the Grinch Stole Christmas dropped down finally to a good price. Christmas is over, but got to drop the price now. How they used to come out with the Christmas stuff or Halloween movies, and they'll drop the price for that day, and now they don't want to. I don't get that. Cheerleaders Wild Weekend. We're definitely missing quite a few numbers for MVD numbered series, the collector series, but whatever is that's under 20, we do scoop up. But when they want more, it's like, we'll try and wait it out a little bit. Okay, now to the games. Last year, 2024, near the end of the year, boy, they dropped some prices on their games, some great deals. We got Cuddly Carnage. I maybe show this one off. It's a cat game, so this was like really dirt cheap, so we scooped that up. I think I showed that last time as well. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. This was also dirt cheap, so we scooped this up. PS4, so there's still some PS4 stuff to get. If it's a good price, we'll get it. Tales from Toyotoki. A little dusty, that's good there. Alright, so we anything that's J gamed themed, we definitely check into it, whether it's a storybook type deal, or it's a JRPG, or action JRPG, or action roleplay, like not roleplay, but action type, just fighting style. We'll take a look into, you know, even the shooters. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth was not at a good okay, $25, but I had enough points. I was like, you know what, I'm not waiting no more. Let's go ahead and knock the 5 points is like $5. Let's knock the $5 off. So I got it for like 20. I don't know what's going on. Usually these things go on sale after a while, and they never did, you know. So, but we got 20. Eventually, it's gonna go to 20. Right now, 25. Like, we can wait a little bit more. Lords of Fallen Deluxe Edition. I've gave up trying to get the collector's edition. There's some things with collector's editions I just look at now and like, is it even worth? Because I'm not paying the high price. There was a time when you could get, like at Best Buy, collector's editions at $40 after some time on clearance deals. I have never seen those anymore in like X amount of years. Best Buy used to be the place. Amazon used to also do collector's editions dirt cheap after some time. But now everybody wants that high price. And I feel that's because of eBay merchants. They never drop the price on their collector's edition. So they're like, you know what? They must be getting the money. Let's keep it high priced. So we just scooped the deluxe edition at the same price as the regular at $20. One site had it for 20, while everybody else won 40 for it. So this was a fantastic deal. Some collector's editions we're going to do its own unboxings for. But some things we will show off. Right now we got the Potionomics. I might have showed that off already, but that's the Blazing Strike. This nice edition we scooped up dirt cheap. In fact, I think we got that on Hoot.com. Hoot sometimes has some good deals, but the good stuff gone quick. Tomb Raider 1, 2, 3 remastered. This was at $30, and when I paid for it, the price went down 4 hours later to 20, and I was like, hold up. What's going on? Amazon, what's going on? No. I want the price difference. Luckily, I got with a good customer service person who gave me the difference back. But there's some places that won't do that, you know. So I was surprised that, you know, even so, Black Friday was like $40. Then when Christmas deal came on, they dropped it at 30, and Sunday dropped it even more during a Christmas deal. So that's how I got my money back, $10. Well, actually 15, because you know I complained about it, so they was like, we're gonna give you $15 back. So I got an inconvenience credit as well. Like I said, we got tons of games. What's this? Scotfold Usarupu. We definitely butchered that name, but this definitely Castlevania vibes right there. I don't think this is like a spiritual type movement. I might be. No, it's for red art. I don't think it's a spiritual thing or something, but it's definitely like Castlevania vibes to me. We got Horizon Adventures at $40, you know, so that was a good deal for me to scoop up. And definitely like 70, 60, 40, okay. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. This is volume 1. Got the comic. Unfortunately, the comic is small, you know. I understand that Marvel vs. 3, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had a little miniature comic, but theirs was better than this one right here. You know, so how small and not a lot into that comic really was a bummer to me. Sad thing I might have showed off. I just didn't feel like paying the extra for the collector's edition, even so it was down cheap. It's the fact Bandai Namco does not do free shipping, even the high price. So shipping fees just kills the deals, you know. There's only one game I really want to get now from them is the Elder Scroll DLC. Or it's on, like, you know what it is, but it's DLC. Elder Tree, I think it's called, or whatever. We're waiting for that to go under 50 or whatever, 100 right now, but we'll wait that out, okay? Because the shipping fees kills the deal to me. But we could scoop Sandland off for like I think under 20, so that was awesome. Armor Core Fires, we scooped that up also, same price. That was a fantastic deal. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D remake we got like for 40, you know, that was a fantastic deal because, you know, some people want 70 or X amount, but Christmas deals were fantastic. Ease 10 Nordics. Now, this deluxe edition, we do have the collector's thing. We may show for its own separate, but we had this out the box. It was just in everything else, so we can show it, but it's gonna have its own unboxing. Outcast: A New Beginning. Scooped that up dirt cheap. Also, I've given up, especially THQ's overpriced collector's editions. You can kill yourself, or I hate to say that, but you ain't getting full price. Even this long, there's no reason for you to have overpriced collector's editions. No. Dragon's Dogma 2. Oh, they scooped that up as soon as they went on a deal. A Quiet Place, The Road Ahead. That got though down to a good price. Scooped that up. Fantasia Neo Dimension. Oh, we definitely had to get that, you know. That was at a fantastic price already, so they really didn't go overpriced. But at the same time, this was off of a mobile game, you know. They just gave us better graphic look to it, you know, so That's a plus to finally bring over the consoles. Rise of the Ronin, also a great deal itself. So we scooped that up, you know, because you had was Trek to Yume, not Yume, but Yume's for the other thing. But there's been some nice samurai games out. Okay, so we definitely got the three to get the trifecta. We got Ghosts, we've got the Trek 2, now we got Ronin. System Shock was $20. Scoop that up. One place I'm surprised in is just like really bad now is GameFly. GameFly used to have the deals before anybody, but then they changed it to, hey, we want to charge for shipping. And then it was like, hey, well, you know, for shipping for regular people, like now they want like memberships, like for free shipping. Yeah, y'all really lost us with that one. And now they don't put out a lot, you know. So it seems like GameFly may be going out of business soon. The new CEO just took over. It's like, let's just not putting any real good deals out no more. I made sure this Avatar limited edition scooped out for 20. We giving up on the collector's edition. I'm not paying overpriced for that. Silent Hill 2. Oh, when that one on deal, yes, we got it. I'm not happy with the character design for the females, unfortunately, but hey, we're not on that woke expedition or witch hunt, or those who looking for the other type. You know, it's just the fact that as long as it's not forced on us, I'm okay. You know, so if the game is good, we're gonna get it. I just wish the character models were better. That's it. You know, I'm not going to say, hey, for this, that's woke. We're going to get the pitchforks and fire torches. No, I ain't like that, you know. But we do have a game that has 4 stuff on it. And we're going to get to that in a moment. White Day 2, we had to get the sequel, complete edition. All right, that was a fantastic deal. I didn't think they were going to drop it because some games, you just got to question, like, is they going to drop the price or is it going to be gone and you can't find it nowhere after some time? Evil Dead the game, we got that dirt cheap. We scooped that up. So now we're trying to get the other thing that's like with Leatherface and Ash, you know. But that game is still high price. We want the big edition. We don't want the standard, but that may be another thing we may have to give up on. I'm choosing my collector's editions now a little bit more smartly and not just throwing extra money away, a lot more money away, you know, depending on what it is. Now here is the game that is woke. Dragon Age the Veilguard. This dropped to $40 and I used some points extra on it because I was not going to pay no $70, $60 for it. The reason why I say this woke is because they forced the stuff on you. Okay? One, they changed the characters, their personalities, outfit designs, and the traits itself. It's like what Marvel did with Iceman. Iceman was macking all the females. He was, we knew he was smashing Kitty Pryde, and somebody on Marvel was like, let's turn Iceman gay. And they got gay characters. In fact, they finally figured out after Backlash and all that, but they never fixed Iceman. I mean, like, Iceman used to be so badass to me. You know, my friend got Iceman tattooed on him just to find out they turned him gay. When stuff is forced upon you, that's when I have an issue because I don't want things forced. No, if it's an option, like a character to say Black Ops 6, you got that gender neutral character, I'm okay with. You got flags, I'm okay, because that's a choice, you know. You can pick it or you don't have to pick it, but when it's in your face and you have to go through it anyways, that's what I have an issue with. But we scooped it up because I got all the other ones already. I just wished it was the one I wanted and not the one they gave us. Alright, now we get into the end part. This video gonna be a little bit long because we still got the books to show. I want to show a couple things, but we're not gonna go completely detailed with the books. I want to do them separately, but you're not gonna do that. Well, this was just out there. I already showed you the unboxing for Metaphor. Fantastic game. Rhinex is also another one that has its own unboxing. NIS games, I always love those. They can never really increase the prices on those games, but unfortunately they do now take pre-orders up front. Death Door, we definitely showed that off already before. Still Wake the Deep. This came down to a good price. You know, Sumo does some good stuff. So these type of games we love. So we scooped that up. And here we got... I'm trying to say so I don't mess it up. Slitherhead. You know, this is Day 1 edition. It was eventually going to have its own unboxing, but at the same time, it was like these type of small ones we can actually do the show by itself, you know. Because I don't have to do too much. I already have like 5 other big editions to show off. So that's game-wise. Let's show off some of the books we got, you know. Oh, let's see how I'm going to do this. Hopefully it doesn't knock something out. In fact, let's start with the lesser book. The first one was a letdown. I don't know how this one is. There's 3 books in total. They have a follow-up to the handheld. But it took a whole year for the US to get this compared to the UK where they have all 3 books. You know, right now they don't have another edition, but not to get a whole year wait for this is just so tedious and unnecessary. Let's see how I'm gonna do this because I don't know where to stand at. So we're just going to go from the back and try move it over. Bring this over. Hopefully things don't mess up. Alright, somebody's collection. Boy, I love seeing stuff like this, but at the same time, when it comes to doing it yourself, you gotta have deep pockets. I got some nice things, but not the real good stuff. So basically, this is kind of a lower tier. It got some pictures, a lot of words, but at the same time, it's not one of those books that's just like really into it, or you know, the real nice ones like Nerds and Bitmaps. So I wish there was more pictures, bigger pictures, more into it, you know. So like I said, this is more of a lesser book. There's a lot of pages in this one, but at the same time, like I said, better than others, but not as good as the main expensive stuff. So just to give you an idea, the Council Chronicles, Lost in Cult. So we got the second one, Book Day. That's the third one. Like I said, is the next volume to the handheld series. Some people complain because it's not all like in one. It's all like, you know, all out of book. Imagine somebody who's constantly rambling on about something and they're bringing different things instead of just one topic throughout. You know, I'm pretty sure there's a better way to talk about that. Ultimate Nintendo Guide to N64 Library. There might be a video where I've done this before. I don't know, but I looked at the other video and there's only 2 books I showed, and it wasn't this. So to add to the NES and Super NES, we got this bad boy here. I'm surprised the other Commandium, that guy didn't do his own version of N64. But we do have the bitmaps, so we good on that one. But let's see. I don't want this mic to mess up. Can we move this a little bit to the back so we can? All right. And just like the other one, to give you an example, we're not going to go fully detailed. I'm pretty sure somebody else went fully detailed. This is just to give you an example. Here we can see some actual ads on games they had for the N64 that was in magazines. Let's see what we have here. All right, some overseas stuff, collectors, goodies, some details, but this has a lot more pictures going on. I'm sorry about the glare, but hey, you're gonna have to get what you get, right? Then we have the Nintendo 64 disc drive add-on, some of the stuff to show off. This one is the Mario Artist that was overseas. Just look at the different consoles they put out, exclusive and hard to get now. Even the controllers, some of the stuff, and the add-ons for it they had, and now we have the good stuff, the reviews or their thoughts and opinions on all the N64 games they put out. This I like more because there's more pictures here. Do I wish some of the games had more pages about it with bigger pics? I do, but this is one of the better magazines, that I don't mind. So this has all the goods here. If you want the other things, like how I mentioned, the bigger, I would suggest the Nerd or the, excuse me, not Nerd, it's called Geeks line, or the Bitmaps. Those are the two main books to get. They're a little bit more expensive, but hey, I'm a collector and I like getting stuff like this. So we got now the N64 version. Will he make a Game Boy Advance version? Will he make a Game Boy version? I have no idea, because usually he gets up with a whole bunch of people who put their own thoughts and opinions, and it's not just him making his own book. So now we went through the Ultimate Nintendo. And now for the Pixel Book, our last thing we're showing up, the unofficial Game Boy Advance Pixel Book. Yes, we do have another book about Game Boy Advance, but this is now with Bitmap, not the other people. And this is more on the pixels, more of like what's going on with the game, more of like a O2, a O2. It doesn't go details or show off everything. This is just like a fan letter, a letter to the system. All right, I think that we got here. Let's once again bring this over. I said that's just where the books. I mean, not the books. But this is where the movie's at. Some posters down there. We got our Pokemon exclusive Poke Center ETBs. We keep those sealed. All right, let's see what we have here. Now, so this is just more about like the love for pixel games, the much bigger pictures, much, like I said, you get a little bit more out of certain, like the bigger name books, this kind of how it is to me. Fantastic reads to me. If you're a collector, you've got to get these type of books. Especially if it's gaming with me, these are the type of books I love. There's some horror books I get, but when it comes to gaming, oh man. So like I said, this just to give you an example. I'm not going to go detailed or show off everything, but different feel. We showed off the other pixel book we have with Super Nintendo before, so now we've gone here. I think it was the Super Nintendo one. But there's two different lines with them. They have the Pixel series, and then they have like the full detailed rundown, But we got to get the collector's edition that has some nice cover to it, Sometimes we don't do it all the time, because that one thing that had an artillery box, that was way too much they were asking for, and it just didn't feel like that. So we're in like the 33-minute mark. That's all the good stuff we've accumulated. I can finally put up now. Well, actually, we do have the Star Trek, the first movie, the nice big pull-out edition. But that's already up there, I'm not gonna go pull that out. As far as I know, I got everything. Hopefully, everything. I do wish I could went in details a little bit more with some stuff, but I'm happy with what I have. And our Game Informer collection, we are accumulating. We ain't too far from finishing that out. We just need some of the early stuff. We got some of the early stuff, like that's in near the end part, but like some of the other stuff is just too expensive. And for some reason now, everybody thinks they can get so much more for it. They've increased in prices because Game Informer no longer makes more. It discontinued. Actually, GameStop dropped them, but what can I say? Some things you can fork out, but Game Informer ain't that hard to collect for. So afterwards, we got that completed. Then we'll have the PSM completed. I don't know what else. Nintendo Power I do want to finish start on, but that's way overpriced. I can't believe how much more that's been from the last time I used to see the 4 to go. Game Fan I do want to start with, but at the same time, that's hard to find stuff on Game Fan. EGM got their compendium coming out, so we don't have to collect those no more. I started on those, so we got some of the late stuff, but since they're gonna have their own website with every magazine, there's no point in me collecting the magazine itself, But to give you an update, show off the stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Leave some likes, some comments, definitely hit that bell to subscribe. Always enjoy.